YouTubers and my very wonderful subscribers. So tonight I'm doing a little video with my holiday slash Christmas haul. I actually got this idea because, well, in my family we don't really do Christmas presents that much anymore since I got a little older. So instead it's about what I give myself for Christmas. So without further ado, let's get cracking. The first thing I got was from NARS, and it's this, from their holiday collection, 2011 collection, and it is the Hanamachi eyeshadow palette, and it looks like this. Comes in a black cardboard box and in this little pouch, and then you just open it up like so. It's a bit tangled, of course, like so. And in here is the palette and the miniature brush. And the little brush, I don't know if you can see that quite clearly, it's still wrapped. It looks kind of like the Yachio powder or blush brush. I don't remember if it's both powder or blush brush, but you probably know which brush I mean. The Yachio one from the NARS, it just looks like that, just in a very small version. It looks like something in between that and a blending brush. I haven't tried it out yet, but I'll let you know how it goes. Now the palette itself looks like this. Let's see if I can get the plastic wrapping here on. Yeah, I just scratched it a bit. Looks like this. And it's called the Hanamachi palette. And it has 4 different colors, like a off-white, cream white, and it has a matte black here, and a sort of antique goldy bronze, and red. So it's very much Christmas colors, and I think actually with a little work you could wear all 4 colors together. But personally I would probably just prefer using 1 or 2, maybe 3 colors at a time, not to overdo it. But I'll let you know how it goes with this. And this is sort of my fetish, if you will, of the season. I've been craving this ever since I saw that they made it. Then I was like, oh, where can I get it? Where can I get it? And now I got it. And it could only be gotten in England, of course, obviously. The second thing I got from NARS is, because everyone who knows me knows that NARS is one of my favorite brands ever, is another pure matte lipstick. Comes in a box like this, and it's a pure matte lipstick in the color Vesuvio, and it just spins up like so. And it's a really, it's not red, but it's not pink either. It's somewhere in between pink and red. I'll just do a little swatch for you. Looks like this. And I really can't wait to wear this. It's gonna be amazing for the holiday season, especially for parties. It's gonna rock. I'm really excited about it. I really wanted to actually wear it for this video, but I thought I wanted you all to see me taking everything out of the boxes. So I tried everything out, but then I put it back in the boxes, more or less. The second thing I got was from the Stila collection, and they did a really amazing Christmas collection this year, and I got 3 things from that collection. Looks like this. Yes. The first thing I got were some brushes. They did a 5-piece brush set. Comes in a little box like this, and you have 5 different brushes. I have actually tried them out. They're pretty good. Not as good as some I've tried, but they are pretty decent, especially for the price, and the versatility of them is pretty good too. And there are, let's see, all over shadow brush. I think that's this one here. Yes. And there's a complexion brush. I think that's this one, which is sort of pointed. It's like a really big pencil brush. I think you could either use this for concealer, or you could possibly use it for like eyeshadow, like under the eye or in the inner corner of the eye. That could actually work pretty well. Then there's a powder brush. It's this one. It's a pretty flat brush, as you might be able to tell. So I would probably not use it for powder. I would probably more use it for either blush or for contouring. Could probably be really good for that. And then there's an all-over blend brush, which would be this one, the big black one here. It looks kind of like one of the MAC blending brushes, the 224, I believe, or the 222. I forgot which one. One of those looks kind of like that. Only it seems to me at least to be a little bigger. Maybe that's just me. And then there's a lip brush here. And I've tried a few of them. They're pretty good. I'll let you know later how they all work out, but I've tried a few of them. The second thing from Stila is this. It's the Daydream palette. Looks like this. It comes with this little floral wheel of sorts, and it just has eyeshadows like so. All different colors. I haven't tested any of them yet. I've had it out of the box and swatched them. You might be able to see I did a little bit of a swatch on one of them, or maybe two of them, but I haven't tried it yet, so of course I will have to let you know how it works out. But it was so cute, and I thought, you know, you get actually quite a lot of colors, considering that it's, you know, in one palette, and the price was pretty reasonable, considering that you get kind of a lot of product in one item, and you get a lot of different products. I haven't checked out how much are in the individual little spaces yet compared to the Stila individual eyeshadows, but I definitely will at some point, and then do a comparison to what you get in a palette and what you get in the individual size. Third thing from Stila is this one, probably the item of their entire holiday collection. It's the Dream in Full color palette, and it's pretty much just a bigger version of this. Just has the only color that actually repeats in this palette is the one in the middle, which is the most popular Stila eyeshadow color ever made, the one called Kitten, which is sort of a champagne-y golden color. I thought that when I swatched it, it looked a bit like the Paint Pot Bear Study, only slightly more golden, but sort of like that. The only major difference otherwise is that the outer colors here are blushes, whereas in the small one it's only eyeshadows. So in the big one there are blushes all the way around, and it ranges all the way from sort of purplish brownish tones to like pinkish and sort of corally colors. So there are a few that are matte and some with sparkles. Personally, I don't really like that much sparkle, so I don't know how much I'll use the blush part of them, but I'll certainly give it a shot. So that's another cool thing. Now, for the last things I got were a few things from Smashbox, and those of you who know Smashbox will also know that they are an Estee Lauder owned brand, just like MAC, which will probably explain why when I tried their lipstick, which looks like this, comes in this cardboard box, very convenient. Also, they color code their boxes. I found that not only did the color look identical to one I have from MAC, but also the texture was more or less identical, and it even has that faint taste of vanilla that MAC lip products are famous for. But it just looks like this. It's sort of a reddish, orangey, slightly orange color. It looks, if not identical, then very near identical to the MAC color called Fanfare. That's a cream sheen, but this one is so close that, I mean, if I did a blind test, I would not be able to tell the difference. It's here, this one. Yeah. And I really love this color, and I'm sure I'm going to use it a bunch because I know I use Fanfare a whole lot. So that's going to be pretty good. Now, of course, no lipstick without lip gloss. I got one of the Smashbox, what's it called? Lip enhancing glosses in the color Siren. By the way, the lipstick was in the color Beautiful. Now this one, Siren, it looks very daring and very red in the tube, but it's not really when it goes on. If you read the side of the box, it also says a sheer wash of ultra moisturizing glossy color and non-stop shine. Pretty much says it all. When you take it out, it doesn't have the little doe foot applicator. It has sort of a tiny brush, and it looks very red also on the brush, but it's not really. When you put it on, I'll just do a little swatch here. it's only sort of like with red shimmers in it. And I tried it on with like nothing on, and then just this, and you could only just see the shimmer part of it more or less, and it looked very good. And it also lasted quite a long time, and it wasn't that sticky. But more on this another time. Now, onto something I really wanted to try, because of course, as I mentioned, Smashbox is also owned by Estee Lauder, and Estee Lauder makes a whole lot of different brands. Amongst one of them is MAC, which is one of my favorites, and of course one of your favorites, I'm guessing too. So I wanted to try their single eyeshadows and see how would they compare to a MAC eyeshadow. So I got two. They look like this, and they are in the colors Aquatica and Enchanted. And Aquatica is just a sort of a tealy, dark tealy sort of blue. I don't know if you can see that. It's sort of a dark blue, but it has sort of a greenish tint to it as well. I think the name Aquatica really suits it well, because it's sort of reminiscent of like water and something like that. I tried wearing this today. It's not the one that I'm wearing now. Now I'm actually wearing MAC. But I wore it earlier today with an eyeshadow primer from NARS. Their Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base, I think it's called. And it didn't really live up to what I wanted in the first go, at least. Maybe I did something wrong. Maybe I worked too hard today, because I wore it all the day to work. I don't know. Something didn't really go, because it sort of smudged off a bit, and there was a lot of fallout, and I don't know. I'm gonna have to work with this one. The other one is in the color Enchanted, and it's sort of it's just, well, purple. Looks like this. I have a thing for blue and purple colors. Those of you who follow me will absolutely know this. Blues and purple are my favorite. So I'm really looking forward to trying this too. The only thing I really have an issue with these eyeshadows is that they come in these little like screw top containers, which means that you need to use a lot of time to get to the actual shadow. The good thing is, of course, that there are little windows so you can see what color is in there, and also says so on the back. And again, they color code their boxes so you can more or less see what color it is too. The other thing is that it's sort of a soft rubbery finish that they have here, not unlike like a NARS box. They also have this like soft rubbery finish that gets dirty really fast, and I know these will get dirty really fast, even though I'm really meticulous about cleaning my makeup all the time, literally all the time. But never know mind. Second to last things I got from Smashbox are some brushes, because I've been wanting to try their brushes too, because I don't know, a lot of people said that they were really good, so why not give them a shot? And in so, I bought two different brushes, and they are, just see if I can get them unwrapped. They're of course a little bit stubborn, as you see. This is one of them, and it's a tapered shadow brush, according to the good people at Smashbox. I think personally it's a little bit big and very soft for eyeshadow. You're really gonna have to be careful with that, unless you want a big mess. But I think it, depending on what you're doing, of course, it could be useful. So I haven't tried these out yet, but I will. The second brush I got was, according to their description, it was a blending brush. And we all know blending brushes, they're usually these tapered, sort of thin at the base brushes, and then they go out a little like fluffy, and then they have sort of a point so you can get into the little corners and do like a circular motion and the windshield wiper motion. That would be my idea of a blending brush, more or less, with variations of course. But when I saw this, I thought, blending brush? What the F? This is huge! Seriously, this is huge! How big are my eyes? How big do they think my eyes are? I'm gonna get eyeshadow everywhere with this. I'm gonna give it a try anyway, but I mean, seriously, this is huge. Huge! I don't know. Maybe the people at Smashbox have really big eye sockets or something. I don't know yet. I'm gonna try them anyway. I'll do full reviews on everything, of course. The very last thing I got was a contour kit from Smashbox. And in the kit there are two things. First of all, if you open the back, there is sort of a little cheat sheet on how to contour. Very handy. And inside are the contour kit itself. Looks like so. It just opens up. Looks like this. And it has a highlight color, a bronzer, and a contour color. And it just shows here a smaller cheat sheet that'll show you more or less how to contour. Pretty easy, pretty standard. And I tried using it yesterday. I haven't really done contouring before. I tried doing it some yesterday, and at least the contouring color is very, very pigmented, so you have to use very, very little to get the desired effect. And with it comes this angled contouring brush. It's just this with a small handle, and it works really nice, really well. I tried this too with the contouring kit yesterday. Worked really good. So that is my Christmas haul, and I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions for my items or for me, comment below or ask me on Twitter. Everything will be in the description box below. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.